It's a new year, it's a new IBC, and I'm with Kish from Audio Limited, and we've got a new range of digital radio mics.
That's right, Simon. We've dropped the 1010 because basically we've had so much advance in the technology to build in two receivers into the A10 receiver, which of course comes in two varieties, one with the XLR outputs and the DC output, and also one with the 25-pin D-type for the SL6. It does a full 224 megahertz switching bandwidth, so you pretty much anywhere in the world you should be able to use your receiver.
Amazing. So the twin obviously was what everyone asked for when you brought the 1010s out.
Yes.
And you've somehow managed to squeeze twice as much stuff, and it really is twice as much stuff, isn't it?
It is.
4 receivers.
It is 4 receivers in there with 2 true diversity receivers, effectively, yes.
And is it double the power drain?
No, we've actually managed to reduce the power, because the original one was about 3.5 watts of power. This is now 2 channels, but it's only just over 4 watts.
So you've gone plus 25% in power usage, but plus 100% in receiver ability.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Fantastic. But you didn't stop there, because you had a look at the transmitter.
Yes, originally we were just going to tweak the mic gain, because some people were saying it's a little bit too hot on the audio. But in that intervening period, I'd had lots of people like yourselves asking for, I'd like this, I'd like that. So we decided, actually, you know what, we're going to put those features in. So essentially we've had to redesign the innards of the transmitter totally to give everyone exactly what they wanted. So new features include 48 volt phantom powering directly from the transmitter. You've got 12 volt phantom powering, brand new audio input stage, because we felt the noise was not as good as we could get it down to. So now we've got that. We've got a brand new limiter in there. So lots of new features, and also a real-time clock. So now you've got the ability to be able to change batteries. Sorry, there's a backup supercapacitor in there as well. So you've got the ability to change batteries, and it's not just a few seconds worth of backup. I actually took out the batteries before I came out on the Wednesday, powered up the batteries this morning, and the clock is still retained in the memory. So 2 days worth of so far.
Circa 48 hours.
Yeah. So you've got a long time to change your batteries.
Amazing stuff. And what about people are going to ask about upgrades and stuff?
Yeah, all of those people who are early adopters of the 1010 system will have an upgrade path at a nominal fee to bring them up to date. So both the transmitter and receiver will be upgradable. So we will be changing out the boards. We'll leave the metalwork as it is, change out the boards, and they will be up to A10 features. Amazing.
And if you're sticking with the prices that you just mentioned to me, I think the word is no-brainer.
Oh, good. I'm pleased to hear that.
Easily done. So are you able to show me how the P48 works?
Sure. You've got the transmitter, which mounts onto the A-boom accessory. So you've got a belt clip now as well, so we've managed to get that finished finally. And in the menu, you just select 48, 12 volts, whatever you like. And we have the cable, which has an RF filter built into the XLR. So now we don't have to worry about routing the cables, etc. And we've had a couple of questions already about, yes, we don't normally plug into the back of the microphone, because on a Rycote mount particularly, you've got the XLR coming here, but it's easy enough to optimize that to just plug it into the bottom of the microphone.
Fantastic. And I think you've done something with the receivers to allow us to reprogram, update the software at home.
Yes, absolutely. You've got the ability now on the XLR version, excuse me, you've got a micro USB connector underneath that little black flap there. So small utility, downloadable from the website, and then you'll be able to just plug it in with the cable and then update the firmware for the receiver.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
You've had a look at the apps.
That's correct, yes, yeah. Now we've got a revamped app for the iOS, but we're also releasing at the same time one for the Android phones, because again, customer was saying, yes, well, I don't use an iOS phone, I want it for the Android. So we've gone all out, and that will be releasing soon as well. So we're just beta testing at this moment in time, so hopefully that will be both on Android and on iOS.
And are there any new features going into the app while you're doing that?
Yes, we're going to have the ability to change the frequencies from the app. We've also got a stop and start record, so you'll be able to put it into onto the actor or presenter and be able to remotely turn the recording on or off, and you'll get confirmation of that feature as well.
Amazing. And the Mic to WAV app,
Yeah.
has that changed at all at the moment?
Yes, it is changing. We are doing a dedicated Mac platform and a dedicated PC platform, and and the user interface will change, so it becomes much simpler. And we're going to default to 48 kilohertz files as well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's what we all use, so it just brings it all in line
Becomes
with us.
industry standard.
That's an amazing amount of work that you've been doing.
It's been hard, I have to say, and we've been pushing deadlines to just get it ready in time for the show. So yes, the firmware is slightly buggy at the moment because we have only had 3 days to put the transmitters together, but that will all be sorted.
And you've done all that stuff before, so that's pretty easy stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so inevitably people are going to ask about availability.
We are looking to get into production probably by the end of October.
Fantastic. A Christmas bonus for anyone that's jumping on board the new A10.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you, Kish, very much indeed.
Thanks, Simon.